Let's get nuts.
Wrong one, and hit that. All right, how we doing? Welcome to Film Junkie Live. Hey, what's happening, everybody? We are here, and we got lots to talk about on this episode of Film Junkie Live. Make sure you guys are subscribed, hit that like, thumbs up, do all that, comments, share, everything, every little bit helps, whatever you want to do. Oh, hope you guys are doing good. Man, what a weekend, what a weekend. What past, 4 days, 5 days, a lot of things come about, a lot of things that we must talk about. So, buckle up, folks. We're doing a whole Comic-Con, not a complete recap, but the things that I want to talk about. Let's just say that's the things that which is obviously the main things when it comes to Deadpool, Wolverine, Batman, Caped Crusader, and of course the Penguin panel, and then of course the Marvel Studios panel. Anyways, so we'll be talking about all of that right now. Anyways, let's see who's out there right now. I think something is glitching right now. Hopefully not. What's going on? Travman Entertainment, what's up from Vegas? Probably hotter there than it is here. Dave, are you going to Friday night? No, that's vodka stream night. No, I'll be there Saturday. I ain't driving out to LA twice, okay? Me, Zack and I ain't that good of friends, all right? So I ain't gonna show up more than once. If I can, I'm just gonna go out on Saturday and spend the time there. But yeah, definitely not going out on Friday. We'll be doing the vodka stream, normal vodka stream, of course, on Friday, and having some fun with that. All right, what's going on, Music Man? Good to see you. Good to see you, Mr. Nobody. What's happening? Good to see you, too. We got Lane right here. What a weekend it was. Too many surprises. One in particular was not a surprise, which DC will be irrelevant in the next 3 to 5 years. You are absolutely wrong, sir, but it's okay to be wrong, Lane. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine that you're wrong. I love it. I love it that you're wrong. What's going on, Thwip? Thwip Media. What's going on, buddy? Can't wait for Doomsday and Secret Wars. But really hope they don't rush Doom. Well, it sounds like they kind of are. But, he needs a lot of time to build up. And I'm not 100% on RDJ playing him either. So there's that. What's going on, Jose? Yo. Hey, yo. What's happening? We got Shano right here, too. Shano. What's going on? We got Eric right here. Honestly, the more I think about the casting, the more I kind of dig it, and I like James Gunn too. Dave, don't start with me on that. What? Are you talking about RDJ? Okay. It's okay. I'm not going to... Okay. Super great. That Cape Crusader's fantastic. Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that as well. What's going on, Axel? Everything is, not cool. It's still warm. Although now in California, it is no longer sticky and muggy. No longer that muggy. It was muggy from I don't know, the beginning of summer, basically, from June till about, a couple of days ago. It was sticky and muggy. And now it's back to the dry heat. And I'm going, okay, this is what I like. I mean, it's still hot, sure, but it's not sticky anymore. So we got that dry heat back. What's going on, Cortez? Good evening. I have some thoughts about RDJ as Doom. I'm not against it. It's not my first choice, but I'm just going to sit back and wait to see what he could bring. Nope. I'm not going to admit it falsities, so that's what I'm going to say right there, Lane. All right. Good evening. Hey, we got Mr. Chris Balga right here. Last week was packed, and this week with Cape Crusader and Rebel Moon Director's Cuts is shaping up strong, sitting on the RDJ news, and I have come up with a theory on how it goes down. Yeah, I think we all got some pretty good theories. I'm going to talk about more my thoughts about it, which, you kind of could think about some things. I got a little video that I'll show too that's going to add to that theory. What's happening, Versus Seed? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. What's going on, Samir? Crazy RDJ is back as a new character. Yeah, it almost doesn't make sense. Almost doesn't make sense. Who else we got? We got Azteca right here. Fantastic Desperation. Iwema Wah. I don't know what you're trying to say right here. Iwema Wah. I don't know what you're trying to say right there, Jacob, but I'm sure it's something that's going right over my head. Anyways, but appreciate you guys checking in. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be talking about a bunch of Comic-Con stuff. I got some videos I'm going to show. Not going to be obviously showing the stuff that we're not supposed to show, but we'll talk about it. And yes, and then I'll give my I'll give my thoughts, because obviously sitting with the whole Robert Downey Jr. being Dr. Doom thing, I'm sitting with it now. I've sat with it and then thought about it. And of course, I'm going to give more of my thoughts when it comes to that. So we'll talk about that as well. But that's why there's only 3 topics tonight, because the Comic-Con recap, there's just too much there. There's so much there to talk about. And something got confirmed that I did call last week that I knew would happen. I'm going to talk about as well when it comes to a certain thing. And we got that. And then, yeah, like I said, we're going to recap all the just the certain things when it comes to Comic-Con. And we'll talk about that juicy box office that Deadpool and Wolverine just blew up like crazy, as if we didn't think that was actually going to happen. People that thought that movie wasn't going to do well, I don't know. It's interesting. And then I love the fact that the people who are absolutely hating that it's doing so well, I also love that too. It's always fun to see. I don't try to comment on it. I don't try to stir the pot. Every now and again I stir the pot. But and then of course we got some Booster Gold confirmation. Yep, give my thoughts about that as well. So, my God. Song stuck in your head, Jacob? Are you talking about bye, bye, bye? Yeah, yes, that song has been in my fucking head for like the whole time. Oi. You know, it didn't help that when I've been doing like a rewatch of the X-Men universe, the Fox universe, especially X-Men, and then forgot that song was actually in X-Men 2, X2. And then I clipped that little video, and now ever since then, that fucking song has it's earwormed right in my brain right here. So yeah. Who hates Deadpool and Wolverine? Oh, I've seen them. I've seen some of the stuff. You know, I almost want to mute the word nostalgia. I'm so tired of the word nostalgia being weaponized for hate now, and it's been weaponized for a bit, you know, because it's always one of those things. Anytime that somebody uses nostalgia to shit on something, I always go, okay, so you have no nostalgia for anything? Yes, you do. You just hate other people's nostalgia. When people start going like, oh yeah, it's all about nostalgia, it's because they hate nostalgia, but everybody has their own form of nostalgia that they love. But they hate it when that goes against their nostalgia. You see where I'm getting at right now? It depends. Obviously, it depends on people's ages too, because again, I mean, we've heard about the whole hating on nostalgia when it comes to like Christopher Reeve's Superman or Michael Keaton's Batman. People hate it when people use nostalgia for that, even though like I'm part of that because, hey, I grew up watching Christopher Reeve. I grew up watching Michael Keaton. But then, of course, I love all the new stuff. But then that was used a lot, especially when it came to defending the Snyderverse. But I never really wanted to use that either, even though I was always like, hey, yeah, we got to move forward, but there's okay to be nostalgic about things. But now that we're into a new DC realm, now people have nostalgia for the Snyderverse. So it's like, okay, nostalgia all of a sudden became like a 4-letter word, and I hate that. And I've seen people just shit on Deadpool and Wolverine, saying like, oh yeah, it's all just a nostalgia dump and this, that, and this, and it's not even that well done and all this stuff like that. So it's just, people like to use nostalgia. I think they like to use it, I don't know. There's a balance that you can utilize nostalgia. You have to be like, okay, you can't rely heavily on nostalgia. You also, there's got to be a balance. You can't just be like, everything's just nostalgia. You have to utilize it in a way where it's like, yeah, we have this, but then we also have this. You know, you still got to move forward, but you can also be nostalgic about things. I don't know. it's hard to find that balance. There's always, I think they're always trying to find that balance. I would say that, like, you know, when you had like Star Wars Force Awakens had a pretty good balance of nostalgia, I would say, in my opinion, because he was like, hey, remember this? Okay, cool, but we're going in the future here too. We have this, but we also have this. You have to find that balance. You got to find that balance, you know? Yeah, nostalgia ain't always bad. You got to have some nostalgia, but if you're going to utilize that to shit on something because it's not your nostalgia, that's where I go, okay, you didn't like this stuff, so you're just going to shit on that. But nostalgia is actually kind of, you know, it sounds like a drug, and it kind of is, you know, when you think of nostalgia. Oh, let's take some nostalgia. Wow, I'm having nostalgia right now. It feels good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a little nostalgia. There isn't. Anyways. Yeah, especially, yeah, when the older you get, you start going, oh my God, you start really feeling that nostalgia. Anyways. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's get to some tweets and see what's been happening in the past, like, 5 days. We got plenty. We definitely got plenty. I'm going to start off right here with a, you know, it's a floating heads poster, but hey, I am very curious about this that's coming out. I'm Cobra Kai Part 1 finale already out. I'm one of those people that I'm trying to balance out my streaming services. Crap. All right, we're good. I don't know. For some reason, my Streamlabs feels like it's a little glitchy today. Is everything good out there? I think we're all right. All right. Hopefully, we're good. Hopefully, I just saw a glitch right now. Anyways, I'm gonna reactivate my Netflix because I've had it turned off. But when it comes to August, now it's like, all right, time to end one of the other streaming services, and then we're gonna get back into Netflix because there's just so much that now I want to see on Netflix, and one of them being Terminator 0. And here's the poster right here. They released this poster right here. All right, curious, interesting. Let's see how this moves. Anything when it comes to the Terminator franchise. Let's see how it does. But yeah, here's a poster. A little floating heady, of course. But you got this naked dude right here because, you know, that's how you travel through time. Butt ass naked. Yeah, I don't know. My Streamlabs is really freaking glitching. For some reason, when I transition, it's just transition. I'm transitioning, guys. No, but when I transition between pages, it gets a little glitchy. So I'm not sure why that happened, but that's happening, but who knows. And then we got something right here, guys, because, hey, guess what? When it comes to all the fandom stuff, when it comes to DC versus Marvel and everything, and all the discourse that happens online, guess what? It's not real life. Nobody knows in real life. I don't know how many conversations I've had where people just don't know what character belongs to which studio and whatever the hell. And Kevin Feige actually commented about this pre-Comic-Con. Jesus, man, why is this acting so glitchy? I don't even know. Anyways, sorry. But right here it says, Kevin Feige says most people do not know the difference between Marvel and DC when asked about competition between the two brands. A lot of people don't know the difference. Somebody just said, congrats on Blue Beetle to me. People don't know. I am a little choppy, huh? God damn it. Am I choppy? Is it really like that bad? I don't know what's happening. God damn it. Let me see. See if I can take that. Is it really choppy? Is it really bad? Because I could start this over again if it's really bad and try to figure this out. But it's like, I know when I like do like the switching of the screens, it's like not working out too well. Yeah, of course. When it comes to... I hit the wrong thing. Let's see. That's right. I mean, it's about time to get a new computer for sure. I've had this computer for like 3.5 years, and it's just, I guess I'm just beating it up too much, where either I have to like get it completely overhauled or I just got to get a complete new one. It's just not it's not able to handle things anymore. I beat it up way too much. All right, I'm looking at, because I didn't have the feed up. Yeah, it's a little glitchy. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like it's all right for right now. All right, everything's looking all right. Yeah, I think we're just gonna roll with it right now. We'll just roll with it since we're already started, but hopefully it doesn't get any worse. Apologize, guys. Like I said, I've beat the shit out of this computer where it can't handle things sometimes. And yeah, I'm gonna just have to like big time upgrade, and that's gonna cost a lot of money. But hey, go broke, right? Let's just go broke. The world's ending anyways, so why not? Why not? Just get like a super fancy, huge, big computer that can maybe can last more than 3 years. I don't know. I've had like ever since I've been doing this, I've had now 4 different computers, and yeah, when you're doing this stuff, yeah, I tell you what, it just beats the shit out of your computers, man. Beats the shit out of computers. They can't handle it. I think that's by design though, because they want you to upgrade every couple of years, so it's just gonna start breaking down. But I should get one like specifically made. If anybody has any recommendations. If anybody, get one like specifically built that can actually handle this stuff fully. But yeah, this I've noticed. I've tried to do my best when it comes to cleaning out the computer and try to like clean it all out and do all the stuff. But anyways, what was I talking about? I don't know. My computer's gonna blow up. Kevin Feige, yeah. So when it comes to fandom and stuff like that, yeah, it's whatever. I don't even know what I was talking about now. All right, moving along. Jesus Christ. Frustrating. Anyways, okay, let's move along. Let's see here. All right, so we got some Empire magazine when it comes to Joker 2 right here as well. The transitions are going to look like shit, but anyways. All right, so we got this. We got the Empire magazine covers that are happening right now as well when it comes to Joker. Folie à deux. And look pretty good. They look pretty good. This one right here looks really excellent right here. I like that with the shattered glass and the fact that the faces are like kind of morphed with each other. That's pretty cool. And it looks like a sketched drawing right there. So, cool. Like that. All right, what else we got? Let's move it along. All right, so we also got an update on I Am Legend 2. So they are looking for a director, and there is a director that they have. But according to a new report right here, and this is coming out of Comic-Con, I Am Legend 2 is confirmed to be a sequel to the alternate ending cut, the one where Will lives and things don't go well for humanity. The world returns in a way that is kind of spectacular. So, if you're wondering exactly how they're going to bring Will Smith's character back when it came to I Am Legend 2, well, they are going with the alternate version where he does not die. Not the theatrical, the alternate version. So, that makes sense if you're going to be doing like this sequel. And I'm just kind of wondering, is like this sequel really going to happen? Are we really doing this? Cool. All right. That's fine. And speaking of sequels, okay. I kind of want this to happen. Even though the second one is very much a little bit of a shit sandwich and kind of missed the mark, because it's like, what are you going to try to do with an Independence Day sequel? Well, the aliens have to come back, and there are things in Independence Day resurgence that I do like, specifically when they're on the mothership at the end, when they really dive into the fact that there's an atmosphere, there's an actual like ecosystem on the mothership, and they are like kind of in a weird swampy thing, and they have some of the alien guns, and they're taking out the aliens in that setting. I thought that was pretty cool, but there's a lot of other things that really did not work for Independence Day resurgence. But Roland Emmerich, he has revealed to the Direct that he has completed a story for Independence Day 3. He said, I'm ready to go. Don't know if that's going to happen. I kind of want it to happen. But the sad fact of the matter is resurgence might have prevented that. Didn't really do that well. And the fact of the matter is the fact that there wasn't Will Smith in there, I think that really hurt it, because you had Bill Pullman, you had Jeff Goldblum, no Will Smith. And it's like, oh yeah, he's dead. And he had his stepkid be in there, and it was just, I don't know. Is this going to happen? I kind of want it to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe it will. Who knows? But Roland Emmerich says, I'm ready to go. Ready to go. Maybe Will Smith will come back for that. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. What else we got here? Let's see. Okay, now we're going to keep going. Don't need all that. Oh, yeah, guys. Hopefully you guys checked it out. It was one of those videos where I wanted to post it much earlier than I did when it came to last week, and I actually wanted to post it on the weekend of the anniversary, but, trying to get that video all edited and ready to go because it takes a while, but hopefully you guys checked out. I did do another facts video. At first I did, of course, Superman 78, the first Superman movie. I did facts video on that, and then now I did 25 facts about Batman 89. So hopefully you guys checked it out. That's a little thumbnail right there, but I posted it yesterday, actually. So get some education. See what happened when it came to Batman 89. It's always fun to do, but I recorded it twice because the first time I recorded it, I just didn't work out too well. So I was like, all right, let me put it aside for a little bit, and then I decided to, and then finally I got to the point where I was like, all right, re-record, and then I had to edit in between all the other editing I was doing. So, and I already know what I'm going to do for the next one too, the next facts video that I'm going to do. So always fun to do that. Always fun to do those videos. And then we have Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds and the leaked Deadpool footage. That's right, guys. Will he ever admit that he was part of that? Are we ever going to get the information on who exactly leaked it online a decade ago, which is crazy. 10 years ago that footage came out. Well, obviously with the Deadpool and Wolverine marketing with Vanity Fair, they had some fun when it came to a lie detector, and Hugh Jackman asked Ryan Reynolds that question.
For the original Deadpool leaked onto the internet, were you behind the leak?
This is a great question. This is a great question. Pass.
I just want to remind you that you are hooked up to a polygraph machine.
I just want to remind you that this does not follow the letter of the fucking law. And if I wanted to break out of this room and destroy everything in my path, I will. I would say that what is the question?
And that's okay.
No, that's like Lou wants to. Lou, I'll tell you after though.
Please just answer the question.
Oh, well, for fuck's sake. I mean, I might have provided an assist.
Truthful.
But I was Scottie Pippen. Hey, I was just there doing my job, and
you were not
someone else gets all the credit.
Okay.
I love that. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Because you can tell they're having a good time with that. And you knew that question was going to be asked, but he says he was Scottie Pippen, so he had an assist. So who was number one? Was it Tim Miller? Is that who he's going to be like, is that who actually put it out there? Or was it just some random person did they just contact to put it online that Sunday after Comic-Con had ended, and they just said, fuck it, put it online, see what happens. And luckily they did, because now we have Deadpool and Wolverine. So whoever did it, great. Great. Fantastic. But we'll see. I just love that. I love that exchange right there. I love that exchange. All right. Stephen Caple Jr., he's being looked at to direct I Am Legend 2, so adding to that. So that's pretty good. And bring that up. Let's see what else we got. More of this. More of this. People are taking Ryan Reynolds' comments about Green Lantern way too seriously, because he actually did say that he when somebody asked if they would watch Green Lantern, he said this right here. He said, I would actually genuinely rather watch just a fucking 24-hour marathon of Paw Patrol. And like normal, people are like, it's not that bad, Ryan. It's like, yeah, of course. He's doing a shtick. I don't think he thinks it's like all that bad too. Maybe he does. I don't know, but yeah. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. But hey, we do have some Superman news. We have something when it comes to Superman, at least. Obviously they're going to be wrapping up filming, and one in particular actress has wrapped up filming when it comes to Superman, and that, of course, is the engineer herself, Maria Gabriela de Faria. And look at her right there. She's like, oh, yeah, if I'm done filming, and, she got really into shape, shredded, she's like, I'm going to have a cheat meal of epic proportions. And she didn't care. She's all, look at the sauce dripping down my face. Having a full-on burger, fries, looks like some cheese, garlicky fries, some kind of dip, whatever the hell, and a beer. She's like all about it. And I'm just kind of going like, can I get that shirt right there? She's got a black and silver Superman shirt. What? I want that shirt. And there she is on a plane right there wearing a Superman hat. I want that. I want that shirt. The black and silver one? Yes. But yeah, she's all about, she's like, all right, don't need to be shredded anymore. Give me like just, she probably had dessert. She probably had everything, She's no longer having to be super like shredded. She got really freaking shredded. And I was okay. I was looking respectfully. I was trying to look respectfully at least, At least. Let's see. And there was another thing. Okay. Again, guys, let's relax a little bit when it comes to the press and some of the questions that were given to Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds and how they responded to said questions, because, again, we all just get a little too, online. We always get a little, and we don't get the context. We just look at these, of course, headlines, and naturally when you have some of these movie Twitter handles that are just going like, well, we're gonna have a tweet that's gonna get 3.4 million views on Twitter, and this naturally they want engagement to it. So when you see this question right here, or at least this post right here, when it comes to discussing film, Hugh Jackman said no when asked if the X-Men movies are better than the MCU movies. Do you agree? And then, of course, there's a little link right there that I wish people would actually click and watch the entire context. But nobody wants context. They read something and they react to it. And it's very jokey. It's the lie detector thing again, like I just showed you before, but it was Hugh Jackman that was on the lie detector. And it was very jokey. It was not to be taken seriously. And he just was like, no. And then Ryan Reynolds was like, you're supposed to say they are better now, because obviously they're both in the MCU now. So now the MCU movies are better now. But I saw so many people like, no, this movie's better, that movie's better. That's like, all right, guys, it's not that serious. Let's relax. Let's relax. Yes, there are plenty of X-Men movies that are better than MCU movies. But it's not to be taken seriously. We're all right. We're okay. And I'm sure you guys saw this as well. We talked about it a little bit on one of the Vodka streams. I think it was the Saturday edition of the Vodka stream. But yeah, Joel Kinnaman is returning for Peacemaker Season 2, because it was posted right here from Peter Sollett, who said just wrapped the first week of directing Peacemaker. Huge gratitude to James Gunn and Peter Safran for inviting me on board. This is one exceptional cast and crew. Thank you to John Cena, Danielle Brooks, Steve Agee, Joel Kinnaman, and then, of course, naming all the other people. Yeah. So, I don't know if that was supposed to be revealed. Well, sometimes you got to make sure you're not going to reveal too many things, but I'm assuming it's flashbacks. But what if, guys, what if when it comes to Joel Kinnaman coming back as Rick Flag Jr., what if he is haunting? What if he's haunting Peacemaker? And they do that whole thing where he's haunting Peacemaker, where he sees him and everything. Yeah, it's a little cliche notion, but I even thought, man, what if they took it a step further? And not only is he haunting Peacemaker, but he's also haunting his father. Wouldn't that be awesome? If there was like two characters, the protagonist and the antagonist, being haunted by the death of a character, and that character was haunting both of them at the same time in different ways. Wouldn't that be interesting? You got the guy who killed him, and then you got the father of the deceased that are being haunted. I was like, man, wouldn't that be an extra step as opposed to just having just one of the characters being haunted by that character? And, that's been done many, many times before. But if you have two characters haunted, I think that would be a good way to go. They don't listen to me, though. That's probably not what's going to happen, so. Oh, well. Who's watching the Olympics? Anybody? Anybody watching the Olympics? I have yet to watch anything. The only things that I've really seen when it comes to pictures is, some volleyball because, well, let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch the ladies play volleyball. I'm just saying. But I totally forgot that Snoop Dogg ran with the torch. Did he light a roach? Did he light a doobie? Did he light something up with that torch? That would have made it also better. I don't know. Wouldn't that have been fun? I don't know. Obvious joke right there, right? But, I haven't watched anything when it comes. Just seen some pictures. That's about it. That's all I've seen. And let's see. Scrolling through. So much stuff. How are we feeling about this? How are we feeling about the Superman and Lois clip for the final season? Doomsday and Lois. Doomsday and Superman. So this was revealed as well during all this. And to be honest, it looks pretty damn intense. I mean, I guess they wanted to put all the budget into all these VFX. But yeah, very much looks like that. There's some homages, of course, again, for what Zack Snyder was doing when it came to his version of Superman and Superman and Doomsday fighting. I thought it was actually pretty cool. So I need to catch up. On Superman and Lois so I can start watching the final season, see what happens when it comes to that. All right, let's see. 5 minutes. Okay, never mind. That's something else. Yep. Keep on going. A lot of Comic-Con stuff. That I was tweeting, of course. So obviously that's what we're going to be talking about. There's some things. Okay. Yeah. All the Comic-Con stuff. And then I love how people are, even home of DCU right here. Since obviously RDJ came back, they were like, hey, it's time to bring Cavill back. Bring him back as Darkseid. Vandal Savage. Come on. Not Darkseid. Vandal Savage. I've said that before. I'm like, yeah, if you're going to bring him back as an ultimate villain, bring him back as a baddie, bring him back as Vandal fucking Savage. That's what I'm saying. Not Darkseid. Nah, not Darkseid. If he was going to come back, Vandal Savage. That's what I'm saying. Anyways. Hey, look who was there. Mr. Mark Justice. He was there. He was at Comic-Con, dressed up in that Green Lantern costume. Of course, we're anxiously awaiting that short film of him as Hal Jordan for that Green Lantern fan film. Pretty cool stuff. Obviously with Phil Lamar, who I think has voiced him before, right? He's voiced so many things in the DCU as well. So, and then you gotta love this. You gotta love this because again, when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine, they just been knocking it out. I mean, everything when it comes to like the marketing has been fun. Everything's been fun, and they already were like, all right, well, when we know that the movie's going to be huge over the weekend, so guess what we're going to do? We're going to also lean into the meme, just like Spider-Man No Way Home, lean into the meme of the multiple Peters pointing at each other. We got Hugh Jackman, of course, looking at a photo and then, of course, touching it. We all know the meme. And how many times have we utilized the meme? It's absolutely fantastic. You got to love that. #1 movie in the world, of course. And you just got to love it. And then, not to be outdone, we also have, of course, Deadpool also looking at the Wolverine meme of Hugh Jackman. Just winning. So many W's coming out of Deadpool and Wolverine. Come on. Just so many W's. Okay, this is kind of funny, throwing a little shade, just a little bit of shade at the Acolyte, because a lot of people were kind of disappointed on it. It's a very forgettable series. I've already forgotten about it. I'm like, what happened in that series? Sadly, there's some cool things that did happen, some cool lightsaber fights. The villain was cool. Some cool things were happening about it, but you want to hear what a porn actress actually had to say? Sorry, am I not supposed to say that on YouTube? You can't say the P word. Everybody always goes, a corn actress. Adult actress from the movie Star Wars, Princess Leia. She said this right here. Mia Makalva said, just watch The Acolyte, and I think I can officially say I've been in a better written Star Wars movie. Yikes! She said she's been in better written Star Wars movies. And there she is right there, if you're wondering what she looked like. Please tell me that dog didn't... Okay. But yeah, there, she added something, a little shade when it came to The Acolyte, which, yeah, it's just kind of funny. I was like, damn. Even the adult actress that has been in a little spin-off when it comes to an adult version of that, well, she has some bad things to say about The Acolyte. Yikes. Pretty funny. And, of course, we're going to be talking about Robert Downey Jr. We're going to be talking about Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom for quite a while, for probably the next 2 years. But it is kind of funny because it was posted on Instagram. And, Robert Downey Jr.'s co-star, well, at least when it comes to Tony Stark, well, the love of his life, Miss Pepper Potts, Gwyneth Paltrow, was like, what? What's going on here? As if she's going to even know anything that's happening. I don't even think she remembers which Marvel Studios movie she was actually in. I don't get it. Are you a baddie now? I like how she said that. It's almost like she was like, what? Are you a baddie now? Huh? Sounded like she got a little turned on by that. All right. Send him one of your vagina candles, Gwyneth. All right. Okay. Mortal Kombat 2. Anybody excited for Mortal Kombat 2? Probably not, because the first one kind of sucked. But we have some high hopes because some of the fight scenes were pretty cool. You know, the Scorpion and Sub-Zero stuff were done pretty well. But Louis Tan, of course, is updating on Mortal Kombat 2, and this is what he has to say about that. Mortal Kombat 2 will feature a lot of wild, crazy nonsense and longer fights, teases Louis Tan. We've made it 100 times better in the second movie based on what we learned from the first. Okay, so you learn not to do just dumb, really stupid shit. I don't know. The whole developing your... I don't even remember. It's been so long that I was like, what was even the... I know that was a concept that was pulled from the recent video games where you had to develop your superpower or whatever the hell, but it just didn't work for the movie. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully it's better, and I'm all about the longer fights. All about the longer fights. Hey, there's some Harley Quinn right there. That's right. Harley Quinn, the official, or not official, but a Harley Quinn DCU, posted that, and David Ayer retweeted it. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then we got a work in progress from Sam Green, artist right here. You guys know I love art, so loving what this is looking like with this bat suit right here. Looks pretty cool, not too shabby. Almost looks a little Battinson somewhat, but different kind of logo. Maybe he's doing like a version of Battinson, a newer version of the suit right there. So that looks pretty cool. I like the pouches and everything. So let's see what else we got. And then yes, guys, I'm sure you guys are also doing like, or have been doing a rewatch because of Deadpool and Wolverine and the fact that the Fox universe is now officially done and now they've moved over here. And like I said, I thought Deadpool and Wolverine was a nice little love letter when it came to what happened in the Fox universe. And if it wasn't for the Fox universe, we wouldn't have the movies we have now. And yes, there were some misses, but it started off strong, had some misses, specifically, of course, when it came to X-Men Origins Wolverine. I did rewatch that one. I got up to, through the Wolverine. When it came to my rewatches over the weekend, started, of course, with the first X-Men and then made it to the Wolverine. But, yeah, when it comes to X-Men Origins Wolverine, I don't hate it. There's some good things that happen to it, but that's very much the movie. It feels like now that we have the boys, it feels like a Vought movie. It feels like a movie that other movies make fun of when it comes to this space of like, hey, this is that superhero movie and it's got the star and he's muscular and he's doing like these crazy slow motion walk away from an explosion, visual effects all over the place. Wolverine Origins, yeah, it's rough. It's a little rough. But when it comes to the Wolverine, this scene right here is the shit. This scene right here, come on. The train sequence, the battle right here, this scene is just absolutely batshit effing crazy. And they were insane. Mangold and Hugh Jackman were absolutely insane when it came to this scene right here. Absolutely. Everything is so good with it when it comes to the sound design, the fight choreography, the visual effects, the green screen, the fact that there's no music and you're just hearing like the noise of the train. And the freaking scene is one of the best. It's one of the best. It's one of the best. It's top tier. And I posted that yesterday, and sure enough, it's going crazy on Twitter right now because everybody's going like, yeah, it's good shit right there. But one of the best right there. You can't say that that's one of the just most awesome CBM scenes of all time. And the Wolverine, it's better than Wolverine Origins, but the final act kind of falls a little flat, but overall the movie is pretty fantastic. Unrated cut, of course. Gotta watch that unrated cut. And then this was being passed around too. Whoa. Come on, what are we doing here? This was also being passed around too. So back in 2015, obviously they had the big, huge Fox Marvel panel that it brought everybody on the stage, and everybody on that stage and in that group shot showed up in a movie except for one person, of course, in that Channing Tatum. Took 9 years, but we finally got Channing Tatum as Gambit in a full-on costume in a movie. And we got this video right here, and it kind of like warms your heart, and you kind of go like, God damn it. He was the only one that didn't get a movie, but this was like floating around right here. You guys probably saw it, but so 92 years old, Stan Lee was trying to get off the stage, and who's there to help him? Channing Tatum. Look at Channing Tatum helping Stan Lee off the stage while nobody else did. Look at all these other chuckleheads just hugging each other and talking to each other, not caring. Just kidding. They probably didn't see it. Maybe Hugh Jackman did. How dare he? But I just love the fact that Channing Tatum was helping Stan Lee off the stage. Give him his Gambit movie, god damn it. Just give it to him. Or do like, if you're going to do another Deadpool movie have Gambit be a part of it. Deadpool and Gambit, and have Wolverine part of it too. I get it, like he was a butt of a joke when it came to Deadpool and Wolverine, but at the same time, he was still kicking ass. Like his fight scenes and when he was doing all the stuff, thought it looked cool. The costume looked cool. I don't know. I just hope we get more. Hashtag make the Chambit movie. That's right. New hashtag right there. Hashtag make the Chambit movie. Is that okay? I'm calling them Chambit. Channing Tatum, Gambit. Come on. Let's make that trend. Why not? Make the Chambit movie. That's what I say. Let's pass that around. Let's pass that around. Ooh, we got some pretty cool art right here. You guys know I'm a sucker for some concept art from some of these artists. And we got Jackson Durr right here. That's, I talked about it a couple of weeks ago when it came to Brandon Sklenar. I always think I'm saying his last name wrong because I say names wrong. But he actually has some pretty cool concept art for a bat costume and what he would look like in that bat costume. And there it is right there. Brandon Sklenar. And I don't mind this. You got a little bit of navy blue right here. The cowl looks pretty interesting. Kind of going for that bat that goes across the chest with the yellow or more like a gold outline. And it's got a little bit of like bat fleck texture to it. And the heavy utility belt with the pouches. And then, of course, it's got the white eyes. Now, I'm kind of wondering now after we've seen Wolverine with the mask and the white eyes, how are we feeling about those white eyes going over to Batman? Is it going to work? Because, one of the things has always been like you can't get the emotion of the actor through those white eyes. So I'm just kind of wondering, do you think they're actually going to do that for the DCU Batman? I don't know. Pretty cool concept, though. I like it. I like it. We also have this art right here from Dipankar Art 1215 right here, doing a Superman Legacy. So he drew this right here, showing all the characters that we've seen. That's pretty sweet. I like that. Charlie Cox reportedly revealed, we still got D23 that's coming out in 2 weeks, so we're going to have more Marvel stuff that comes out from there, so that's interesting. And then who's listened to the first episode of the Rebel Moon podcast? Zack Snyder's The Seneschal. I'm saying it wrong. I don't even know. You guys know me, but I haven't listened to it yet. I'm sure some people did out there, but yeah, you can listen to the first episode of that podcast right there. I thought this was pretty funny. Come on, that's pretty funny right there. I like how, is that Joe Russo? I don't even know which Russo that is, but I think it's Joe. He just looks like he doesn't want to be there. I don't know. Obviously he does, but it's just kind of funny that somebody caught his face looking like that. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. And for the people who don't think there's that much demand for the new Superman movie and that new Superman logo, well, let's just say that the merchandise that went on sale sold out pretty quickly. That's right. Even at Comic-Con, it sold out fairly quickly as well when it came to the booth and them selling the shirts to the fact where they actually had to take the shirt off the display because they couldn't sell anymore. And then when it came to the DC shop, also sold out as well. Guess there's a little bit of demand when it comes to Superman. Hey, it's a cool logo. I like the logo. I actually want to get that shirt. I'll probably go with the blue, even though I want that black and silver one that what's-her-name was wearing in those pictures. Be kind of cool to get that, but I don't think I'll get a hat. Maybe but I'll probably get a shirt for sure. But yeah, it sold out pretty damn quick. I mean, they went on sale like this morning, and then I think within the hour or two, they were already sold out, so they went quick, and I think there's going to be more. I want that DC Studios one too as well. So, anybody want to know? Anybody want to see what Damian Wayne would look like in the Nightmare Snyderverse world? Well, we got that right there. Look at that, huh? Look at how cool that looks. He's holding a gun. And he's got the sword behind him. I mean, look at how badass that looks. That's right. Damian Wayne in the Nightmare Snyder universe right there. Ooh, love me that art right there. This is from X, hashtag Restore the Snyderverse, Visual God X. Wow. Some good art right there. Probably AI, but or at least partially AI, but I thought that looked pretty cool right there because it looks like the Robin costume that we, of course, saw in that display. I know he posts a lot of that kind of stuff. So that was cool. So obviously, if you've seen Deadpool and Wolverine, I mean, did I say Wolverine? We're talking spoilers. I mean, there's, again, I mean, we're well past even, holding back on talking spoilers when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine. But obviously, when it comes to the end of Deadpool and Wolverine, that little final act, that little final battle that happens, we get the Deadpool Corps. And there's a lot of Deadpools in there. A lot of people that are dressed up in there. And you kind of, obviously there's some voices in there that you recognize. Matthew McConaughey, I recognize. Apparently Nathan Fillion was in there somewhere, I think I heard. But you kind of got to wonder, like, okay, who's under all those masks? Obviously Blake Lively was Lady Deadpool. But one of the Deadpools that was part of that right there was Tom Holland's brother. There you go. There's Tom Holland's brother right there. He was one of the Deadpools. Isn't that cool? And apparently Tom Holland had no idea. He didn't know. He actually said, this is how I find out? Yeah, it says Tom Holland's brother, Harry Holland, was one of the Deadpool variants in Deadpool and Wolverine, and Ryan Reynolds didn't know. Okay, sorry. That wasn't Tom Holland that didn't know. It was Ryan Reynolds that didn't know. Yeah, that's how he found out. That's pretty funny. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. That's pretty funny. And then last, but certainly not least, I just thought this, before we start getting into things here. Oof, man. This is going to be a long, like I said, this is going to be a long stream. But I did want to show this. This is just a badass Batman Begins poster right here. I want this poster so much. Look at how freaking beautiful this poster is. Oh, my God. Oh my God, that's so freaking awesome. That poster is from Kevin Tong. Kevin Tong made that poster, so good job. That's a beautiful, beautiful poster right there. Beautiful poster, beautiful poster. All right, let's get to it, guys. Oh my God, we got, this is going to be a pretty lengthy stream for sure. So buckle up. We're gonna start diving into things. We're not gonna go over every little thing when it comes to Comic-Con. We're just gonna go over like certain things, and I'm gonna try to go in order as possible. So let's start off right now. Of course, when it came to Thursday, right? It was Thursday that they had the Deadpool and Wolverine. They had the Deadpool and Wolverine panel, and of course, naturally, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy were there, and it was pure madness. And they ended up showing the movie to the panel, which was great. It was like, yeah, of course they're going to do that. I think a lot of us assumed that when they saw that they scheduled on Thursday night that there was going to be the Deadpool and Wolverine panel, they were going to show the entire thing right here. But I don't think anybody was actually, and then of course I hope people who hadn't seen the movie weren't paying attention to some of the trades that were posting what was happening with that panel, because my God, did that panel get absolutely insane when it came to, oh, hey, let's start bringing on people that had cameos, even though you got to use the cameo term loosely. It's not really a cameo because they were in for a pretty significant part of the movie. It wasn't just like Henry Cavill. That was a cameo. Henry Cavill was a cameo. Everybody else was essentially in there for a long period of time where it actually moved the story along. But yeah, that's pretty much what they were showing at the panel right there, is just bringing everybody on there. Naturally they had Daphne Keane show up, which we already knew she was in, but they had Jennifer Garner show up. They had, of course, Chris Evans show up because his obviously coming back to the Human Torch was just absolutely insane. Of course, Channing Tatum wearing that same shirt He's wearing that same shirt that he wore in 2015. I love that. And then, of course, Wesley freaking Snipes showing up there, too. It's just like, it was just kind of funny because I was like, man, hopefully people didn't see that shit. Because it was just like, okay, all of a sudden, like, Variety and Deadline were posting that. And it's like, what are you guys doing? Can't post the spoilers already, but they did. They don't care. They don't care. But what I wanted to show you guys, though, where's it at? Right here. Okay. I have a video right here that I saw right here that was posted by... So we have a video right here that's posted by Screen Off Script that actually is an interview when it came to Wesley Snipes. Because if you guys remember, if you guys listen to the commentary track of Blade Trinity, and let's face it, I have a love-hate for Blade Trinity. I love it because it's different. It's a different kind of Blade movie, but what they were trying to go for with the whole Dracula thing, it was kind of weird, but I did like the fact that they had Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel in there. Added to the lore of Blade a little bit, but if you listen to the commentary track with David Goyer, Ryan Reynolds, and Jessica Biel, they do talk about how Wesley Snipes kind of, you know, he stayed in character, and Ryan Reynolds very much expressed that, oh, I don't think Wesley Snipes liked me all that much. So here's Wesley Snipes right here talking about this.
It was a call. It started with a text.
Started with a text.
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, wow.
And I saw a text, and it says, you know, I want to talk to you. And I was like, I hate this guy. No, it's a joke. We've been playing this for like 2 decades. We've actually liked each other.
Was it really a joke, though, Wesley?
Anyway, he called and told me, he said, you know, I have this idea. And he told me what the idea was. And I was like, I don't know how the hell you're going to pull that off. It's very unlikely. And
I love that.
I said, well, if you can make it happen, sure.
Yeah.
I'll come and do it. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, why not? Let's see what happens. I did not think it was possible. I didn't think you would be able to pull it off. I didn't think that Marvel was into it, Disney was into it. And also because they had Mahershala, you know, cast for the next upcoming version.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
So I thought it didn't make sense to me. But, you know, you get a call from Ryan Reynolds out of the blue after 20 years, you go, okay, I got to take this call. Let's see what this is about.
Yeah.
And he told me the idea and said yes. They said yes, and it's a go. If you're in, we're in. And here we are.
So freaking awesome. That was like, I did not get that spoiled for me, thankfully. I actually thought there's no way Wesley Snipes going to be showing up in this. Why would he even? And I was like, no, they're gonna try to pull from all the mainly X-Men characters and everybody from there. I'm like, there's no way that. And when he showed up, I remember I put my arms up. I was like, oh my god, couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. I had a feeling Channing Tatum was gonna show up, and Jennifer Gardner was pretty much a shoo-in too, but. Yeah, but when he showed up, man, it was just like one of those things. But I love that. I love that. He was like all about it. And yeah, I just saw that video and I was like, okay, cool. I like that. He was all about it. All about it. And okay, so then of course that was that whole thing, and that was crazy when it came to Deadpool and Wolverine. Of course, they had that drone show that happened. That was pretty sweet. But the next panel I want to talk about, of course, is the Caped Crusader panel that happened. Naturally, of course, it wasn't in Hall H. It was a smaller panel, but you had Matt Reeves there. You had Jamie Chung. You had I always Linklater, Hamish. I always forget his first name. But of course, the guy who's playing Batman, and of course, Mimi Driver, which it was like, okay, who exactly is she playing? There they are right here, of course, on their little panel. And of course, Jamie's looking pretty. Anyways, all right. So, and of course, he's wearing a Batman shirt, which is cool. But of course, they were talking about the Caped Crusader. This is I love he's like a big dork. What's his name again? I always forget his first name. Hamish. That's right. Hamish Linklater. But this is what he was saying right here to the Hollywood Reporter.
I loved Kevin's Batman so much. And
talking about Kevin Conroy. I don't know why the volume's down so much.
Like that, which it turns out was Kevin.
But it's just so funny because he's so like passionate, and he's like just like a big dork when it comes to like him trying to find his voice of Batman.
Like I just loved the show so much, and I wanted, as an audience member, to have more of this and to not bump on it. I mean, sometimes there's like a new Kermit the Frog voice, and I'm like, where are you?
Mimi Driver's like, get to it. Just get to it. Just get to it. What are you trying to say here? Look at it. Look at there's. He's trying to like. I love how he was just like, you know what? I'm comparing this to Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog. It's just kind of funny because he's really just trying to express like how he was trying to find his Batman voice. We don't have to listen to the whole thing, but it's just like a funny little interview. Like Scott actually sent that to me, and I was like, I love how much of a dork this guy is. He's a dork. He's a big dork when it comes to that. So, but then of course, naturally they revealed they released the embargo when it comes to Batman, Caped Crusader. Let's see. There it is. Okay, and currently right now, only 20 reviews, but yes, currently right now, Batman the Caped Crusader is at 100% on the Devil Fruit website. So that's cool. Like that's the case. Pretty sweet. But I do have mixed feelings about Aswalda Cobblepot. Like, really? We're gonna do the gender swap thing? There's plenty of female rogues gallery. You couldn't just, you have Harley. Okay. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm just kind of like, all right, it's not going to ruin it for me. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those that's going to make a big stink about it. I just thought, all right. I mean, I guess it's not that much of a stretch. Just kind of lighten up the voice a little bit. Other than that, it still looks like Penguin because Penguin's, kind of chunky anyways. Penguin himself as a male does have some, what I'm talking about. So, it's not going to bother me that much, but I just kind of thought like, why does that need to be a gender swap? All right, I'll go with it. Fine. I'm still very much looking forward to the series. I just thought that was a little weird, and that was like the big reveal, but whatever. Aswalda Cobblepot, that's what's going to be happening. It just feels like they didn't need to really do that, but they're doing that, and it's not going to ruin it for me at all. I'm not going to make like, I'm not going to do like 6 straight hate videos of why that's going to be the case, but that is the case right there. Aswalda Cobblepot. All right. So we have that. Keep moving this. Okay. So then what was next when it came to Saturday? Obviously went live for the Vodka stream when it came to the Penguin panel, which Matt Reeves of course showed up there, and of course the cast and the showrunner for the Penguin showed up, and we're not sure exactly why Colin Farrell couldn't be physically there. He was zoomed in, which, it totally worked. And they talked about a lot of things we've heard before when it comes to the makeup process of putting on all that makeup and just diving deep into the Penguin, into Oswald, into like the relationship he's had with his mother and the fact that, you have Sophia Carmine, you have her. You have Falcone, you have Sophia Falcone, and we saw the trailer. The trailer was great. Really liked the trailer. We did do a watch on that when it came to the Saturday Vodka stream, and good old Warner Brothers, of course, did a whole little copyright thing that I'm still waiting to see if that's going to get lifted. Again, I don't know why they just don't lean into that. But one of the main things that we wanted them to talk about is, hey, what's going on with the Batman Part 2? What's going on with Batman 2? And here's a little clip right here, of course, Matt Reeves talking about the Batman Part 2.
In this way, one spoiler, I suppose, for the movie is because of the shape Colin is intended to be in the next story, which we're working very hard on. I'm very excited to shoot next year. But I think, for me, I just think in this way.
So there you go. Man, is that even working? I don't even think like you guys can you guys even hear the volume of the videos? I don't think things are working right now. Hopefully they are. I don't know if you guys are even hearing the volume, or I don't know. I'm having too many technical difficulties, of course, on a Monday, because why not? I don't even know if my microphone working anymore. Okay, you guys heard it? All right, good. Because for some reason, it's not showing any levels on anything, so.
One's.
I don't know. Like I said, Streamlabs is just not working for me right now. Okay, is it starting to? Because usually it shows me like the audio levels, and it's not even showing me that right now. So it's very low, but it's fine. See, that's the thing. I don't know if it's actually playing that audio. You guys can still hear me though, right? Okay, Reeves does have an interesting voice. He has a pretty high voice. But yeah, I can't even see, like, it's not even showing me my levels anymore. So, like I said, my computer is going to blow up any moment now. Every day I wake up and I just go, oh wow, the computer's just going to blow up any moment now. So, but now my little control panel is definitely not working. So hopefully things work out for the rest of the stream. Sorry guys. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, so there's some reassurance, at least a little bit, when it comes to the Batman Part 2. I mean, obviously there was that rumor that the entire cast was going to be showing up. They were going to actually be showing up. And, but it was like, man, it's not a Hall-H panel, so why would they actually do that? Well, the Penguin one was. But it was just like, it was like one of those, maybe they'll show up, please, that would be pretty awesome. But he did say they're shooting next year. The only thing is I'm going, okay, when next year? Beginning, middle, end? I mean, next year could be December 31st, for all we know, you know? I don't know. We'll see. Test. Why are you